Podcast starting now.
Why are you? What are
So
you?
you want to
what
be
are you doing?
royals?
What's that?
Because we don't ever have a starting point. You like to just.
Monet.
All right, here we go. I'm just giving an official start.
What the hell? We don't. You be trying new shit that nobody ever done before. There's this meme online. This guy trying to kiss this girl, and she's like, "What the hell made you think we was doing that? We ain't never done no shit like that before." That be you on the podcast doing a bunch of shit we ain't never done before, acting like it's canon around here.
So you want to be royals? You can call me Queen Bee. Baby, I rule, I rule. Oh, are you a Lord fan, or were you a fan of Lord?
I'm familiar with Lord's music.
She was big for a while there.
There was a whole thing on one season where I got into an argument with Lucian Piani about Lord. Do you even watch the show, Tamar?
Really?
Do you even watch the fucking show, Tamar?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm not like you in Alaska that literally remember every sentence everyone
uttered. I'm
uttered.
not like you, the bitch you forgot. I'm not like you, the bitch you forgot
Alaska.
where you came from. I'm not like you, the bitch who doesn't give a fuck about the show that put you on the map. That's the difference between me and you.
Okay, first of all, draggers did not put me on the map. My own drag career in New York City as one of the top earning biggest queens of the city, that put me on the map, baby. That's what got me to where I am.
You are hilarious. This is like when Wendy Harlow.
Oh, I know I am.
Wendy Harlow was on Web Trap Live being like, Top Model did nothing for my career. I was like, bitch, you sound dumb as hell. Top Model did literally nothing for me. It was me. I was like, all right, Wendy. Go off, sis.
Yeah, Lauren was a moment and she kind of faded away. To be honest, Billie Eilish and Lauren give me very much of the same.
Well, they're both very
energy
young, the singer-songwriters who are very kind of like, lackadaisical in their musical styles.
Now, what in the nigga? That is the most nigga-ass shit you done ever said.
Lackadaisical?
Not lackadaisical, bitch. You said lackadaisical. Whoever Jay, please rewind that and play it again. Not lackadaisical. What in the?
What's wrong with lackadaisical?
Oh my God, it's lackadaisical. It's not lackadaisical.
Oh, so now we're going into people's vernacular and the way they pronounce words. Interesting.
Oh, I have a slew. I have a list I'll bring up on you and your fucking vernacular, honey.
Interesting, honey.
This nigga said lackadaisical. That was good.
It is lackadaisical. So now what's good?
It's
No, it's not. We're looking at it. It's lackadaisical. So now what's popping?
Okay, the K is silent.
You're saying lackadaisical. You're adding an S or an X that doesn't exist. It's lackadaisical. I pronounced that absolutely correctly, and you really came in loud and wrong. Extremely loud, incredibly wrong. Remember that movie, Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close? You're extremely loud, incredibly wrong.
Yes. We see that. See, these draggers girls need to take. Candy need to take that same energy when she's doing challenges. Wrong and strong, honey. That's the way to do it, baby.
You were so proud too. I got one.
How you doing, Bob?
I'm well. Grass tax season.
I hate it every year. I'm not kidding. I dread it all year round. Well, no, okay, that's not true. When it comes to around December, I'm like, ugh, here we go into this new fucking year, all this fucking bullshit.
Well, I do believe in paying your taxes and contributing to the infrastructure of our cities and towns. And I do believe that the more money,
but it's just not
the more money you make, the more taxes you should pay.
Absolutely, but the problem is that the really really rich motherfuckers, they ain't paying nothing.
They're getting tax cuts.
They find ways to not pay anything. Yeah. That shit is just not cool.
I do believe the more money you make, the more taxes you should pay. There is something annoying about knowing that people who make a lot more money than I do don't pay taxes. Donald Trump, and have not for years. Donald Trump, but. You know what, Monet? At this current juncture in time, as of 2020, when April 15th rolls around and it's time to have your papers in, bitch, pay your taxes. We're not going to change. Legislation by the 15th. So, all y'all out there, pay your taxes.
Do you remember those two black ladies who used to stump for Trump? Donald J. Trump! Those two fucking dumb ass bitches.
I wonder what happened to those ladies.
I don't know. They just kind of disappeared. Well, not disappeared. Obviously, the spotlight just isn't on them anymore. But they used to look dumb as hell out there stumping
Well,
for
all
Trump.
the Trump people are. It's really interesting. Like, I feel like when Hillary Clinton lost the election, people were kind of like, we like her, but no one's like simping for Hillary. When Bernie Sanders dropped out, people were like, man, I wish Bernie Sanders was around, but I mean, I moved. But these Trump folks are like, he's gonna come back, and they have a new day every couple of days. They're like, all right, guys, watch what I say. On March 4th, Donald Trump's gonna be reinstated into office again. Have you seen these theories?
No, I haven't seen that. That's your TikTok shit.
No, that's girl, that's fucking Reddit. You know me right now. That is Reddit. I don't know if you have Reddit. I have gotten deep into Reddit. I love. One day we'll do a whole episode about
deep dive.
One day we will do an entire episode on Reddit. But Reddit might be my favorite website. It might be the funny.
More than my Vidster.
Oh my god, use my Vidster.
You told me about my Vidster.
Yeah, my Vidster is a great place to find porn. Like, you can find anything. They always have amazing. Do you still use it?
No, I told you, I rarely watch. I seldom watch porn. I just don't. I can get off with someone else with me. I mean, I do watch porn, but I'm not like someone like, ooh, I need another body to be fucking getting me together.
You can't
I need
get
another
off by
person
yourself
with me. Oh, I can and I have and I will, but I'm just saying it's not my preferred.
Which one is it?
It's not my preferred vehicle of transportation.
Yeah, no one
ecstasy.
prefers to beat their own dick, but if you're by yourself, you just do what you got to do. I think everyone prefers to be with somebody. You're not unique, Monet. Monet's like, I'm different. I prefer to fuck other people, not my hand, bitch. That is par for the course. Everyone prefers to have someone with them. But on a day where you're either tired, you don't have the energy, the nerve, the gall, the gumption, you just fucking scroll on your favorite.
Then I don't want to jerk off.
You know what? I'm not going to convince you to jerk off. You know what? Let your little sad ass dick be over there, sad as hell, unjerked. I'm not in the business of trying to get your hand some action.
I could not.
You got some nerve.
But also, just imagine just sitting there
and masturbating. I don't have to imagine sitting and masturbating because I've done it a lot of times. I don't have any imagination in terms of what it would be like if I was by myself and just started masturbating. It's really easy. But if you two leave, I'll do it right now.
No, but it's all. So someone's probably jerking off to this podcast. They're like, the sound of our voices just makes them want to fucking masturbate.
If you're masturbating, listen to this podcast, please tag us in the video on Twitter.
I would fucking die.
Listen, if you are currently listening to our voices and masturbating, please use hashtag sibling jerkery.
The sibling choke chickenery.
No, sibling jerkery. That's SIBLINGJEKERY. And if you
JERK.
whatever, okay, but you don't even know how to spell that's pronounced like a daisical, all right? And if you are, if you're not jerking it, but if you're, giving yourself the slip, use sibling fingery.
If you are finger blasting yourself, just while watching, listen to our podcast.
Graphic episode, which is not what we were intending to talk about at all.
Can I tell you one of my favorite podcasts is the one I was like, I think it was either Toxic Masculinity or the one without a topic. And you were like, Monet, we need a topic. And I was like, Bob, we don't need a topic. And you were so adamant. I was like, Monet, that's just not how we do the podcast. You're like, Monet, we just cannot just do a podcast about nothing. It ended up being one of my favorite and one of our listeners' favorite podcasts.
You better put that on the fan. The listeners' favorite podcasts are like the one about the state of America, the one about jobs. They always go ham for the one about jobs. Our little interviews.
Jobs?
We did our little interviews. They love the one about parenting. But you will put your little fake news out into the world and swear up and down that everyone was going crazy about the one about. Also, I've been listening to you in Bunny's podcast. I want you to bring that same energy you bring to me to that white bitch. You respect that white bitch way more than you respect me. Bunny be off on some. Bunny be on some other shit. You be like, oh yes, you's right, Bunny. Bunny be saying crazy shit, and you just be like, I agree. I say the sky is blue, and you're like, well, technically, there's yellow in there as well.
Not so. I just want to be very clear. Basically, Bob was using very derogatory, servential
Slave
black
nigga
archetypes
talk.
on me.
Right now. If you go and listen to the podcast, you'll realize it's not a caricature. That was a direct quote from Ebony and Irony. That's where the irony comes in.
Well, that dynamic is different.
Why don't you try Ebony and Irony? Why don't you try Ebony and
Irony
in your clothes every once in a while? Do you remember in middle school, if you had wrinkled pants, they used to really dog you? Like, it was this big thing to have wrinkled clothes. I never thought, shame. You would be laughed at a school if you didn't have a crease in your pants.
Yeah. The oh my god, pants creases were really big, but now that went out of fashion. So
and when I say
quickly.
crease pants, y'all, if you are not between the ages of 30 and 35, your pants could stand up
down the front
by themselves without you in them.
Yeah,
we were starching our. I remember being in
starch. Oh my god, ironing with starch.
I would be on that ironing board, spraying so much fucking starch into my pants that my shit was stiff. Bitch, I couldn't even bend
stiff wear.
Woohoo! Bitch, I couldn't even bend my knees. My fucking pants were so fucking stiff. But the kids at school thought I was cool, and you know what? At that point in time, that was really what mattered to me the most. The fashion trends are so weird.
Bitch, and Kamika used to make fun of me all the time in middle school. I'm so embarrassed to say I used to wear Skechers, and Kamika used to make fun of me and my little Skechers cool? Girl. Skechers was the antithesis of cool.
I know my school.
Skechers were lame.
Skechers are white kids' shoes, and we didn't have. There were the skaters were the only kids who wore Skechers, and if you remember on my season of Drag Race, I make fun of Layla for wearing. I call her shoes Skechers.
Oh, hello,
and
black on black shoes.
It's the S, which is as soon as
Skechers. Did you wear things like Anichi jeans and Maurice Francois Jabot jeans? Did you wear Rockwear, Apple Bottoms? What did you wear?
I wore FUBU in middle school. And by the time I got to high school, FUBU was out of style. We wore race car jackets, like the Oreo jacket, the DuPont jacket.
Oh my God, yes! Yeah. You had one of those?
I had my brother had a DuPont jacket that I would borrow. I used to also wear Saucony's. I used to wear, of course, Air Force Ones were...
Not Saucony's. Saucony's were white people's shoes.
Not in Atlanta. In Atlanta, Saucony's were lit. Saucony's were lit in Atlanta. And I used to wear Rockwear was pretty big. I didn't have Jabot until I had a pair of Jabot knockoff pants in high school that I would wear.
Mark Echo was really big too.
And we used to do this thing where we take if you wore something that wasn't named brand, you had to customize it. So I used to take. I will never forget. Honestly, this might have been the biggest serve I've ever did in my life. Like when I tell you I served these children, I served them. Okay, I took my jeans. They're kind of like these big jeans that I had. And I took some Windex. I put the Windex bottle, emptied out, filled with bleach water, and then you kind of put it on stream. So it's not a mist, it's a stream. And I made these like zigzag type prints in my jeans because everyone's bleaching their jeans. Bleaching your jeans was massive.
Oh yeah, I remember bleaching. Bleaching was very big. And
then, oh my God, I fucking shut it down at Morrow High School. When I walked into school on the first day of the school year of 1999-2000 at Morrow High School, I fucking let these bitches have it. Bitch, 22 years ago today, I changed the fashion game. Oh my God, I was in high school 22 years ago. Anyway.
That's great. I was in high school 10 years ago.
Oh my God, 22. What is going on? Anyway, so I graduated high school less than that. Just to be clear, I started high school 22 years ago. I started high school in 1999. Anyway, bitch, I walked in and I took a t-shirt that I had, right? And I tore it and I pulled a bunch of little pieces and then I poked, like, imagine like a little, they now look like phrase, right? So I poked those through my jeans through the side. So I had fringe going all down the side of my pants. Bitch, Fringe.
Not giving Monet denim and
Bitch,
diamonds.
before Monique or Monet before any of y'all hoes was on Drag Race, I was changing the fashion game in Clayton County. I had my little. Then you would do this thing where you would wear a shirt. You wear a large T-shirt and then a smaller T-shirt over it. So I was wearing a white T-shirt and a blue T-shirt over it, so you could see when you roll the sleeves up and you have a little bit poking out at the bottom. Fashion fucking icon. Bitch, I might recreate this look. Fashion
Do not do that.
Fucking
Do not do that to
icon.
yourself.
What were some of your iconic moments?
Baby.
Tell me after the break.
Oh, my. Don't tell me what to do, but I'll tell you after the break.
Okay, do you have any fashion iconic moments?
Yeah, I had many fashion iconic moments, but I can't remember all of them right now. There were just so many.
Well, listen, you your sketchers want to tell a different story, okay?
Well, that's because my grandmother used to buy all of my clothes. My grandmother used to buy all my clothes, and she's bought me Skechers. She used to buy me. I used to wear those Diesel shoes a lot. Do you remember those Diesel shoes they used to have? Diesel sneakers.
Nah, son, I ain't wear no cheap shit like that. Nah, your ass cheap as hell, bro.
And then when June, my biological mother, when she came back to New York for that seventh grade year, she bought me my first pair of Jordans in order to like do like a thing, like, look, I'm back and I'm fierce, I'm doing the things that the cool mom did. That's when I bought my first pair of Jordans. It was the Grand Black 4s, the Jordan number 4s.
Listen, speaking of fashion icons, I want to ask you about some fashion icons in the world these days. Okay? Do you think Meghan Markle is a fashion icon?
No.
Damn.
Not even
Meghan Markle listens to this.
I know she does. Hey, Meg. I don't think she's a fashion icon though. That's fine.
So you think she's garbage?
Everybody doesn't have to be everything.
Garbage?
Just because someone is a stylist and they put on like pretty clothes that look nice and doesn't make them a fashion icon, okay? You have people. A fashion icon is someone who has a thumbprint on fashion, and when you see something, you're like, that's that person, or that person always looks obsessionally is setting trends and stuff like that. Meghan Markle is not that.
Wow, Monet, Meghan Markle's been dragged enough. I don't think we need you to join the royal family and being mean to this woman of color.
You think Meghan Markle is a fashion icon?
Of course not. But I wouldn't say it all like you said it. You was doing too much. You was fighting the hoe. You wanted to fight Miss Markle.
So I
was Princess Diana a fashion icon?
I am.
And you better watch your words next, because you say the wrong word about Princess Diana, and this podcast is going to be fucking canceled. You supposed to be from the UK, so you say the wrong thing about Miss Diana, and bitch, you will never be allowed back in the country again.
By people. Well, that's the thing. You talk to a lot of Brits, and the royal family is such a polarizing topic. Some Brits adore them, some Brits hate them. But I guess that's anything in life, right? Anything can be polarizing.
I was over there on a tour. Except for what?
I was gonna say except for like no, but no. I was thinking about it. I was like, no, anything can be polarizing.
Yeah, sure. I was over there on tour, and there was someone in the car, some British person in the car with us. I think it was during.
I was there.
It was during our tour. Someone said something very disparaging about the Royals, and someone else in the car got mad. There was like some British person in the car who was like fuck the Royals, and then it was Jamie. Jamie is like a royalist. Like, he loves the Royals.
Got it. A royalist. That's what they're called. Royalists. Right.
And I was like, I didn't know folks was this serious about the Royals out here. But he was like, don't. Like, to be fair, it makes sense. I've seen gay people that if you say the wrong thing about Gaga, Beyonce, or Madonna, they will hit you. So I guess in terms of the Royals, you just translate it over to that and it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so my first memory of the royal family was so I was a young kid. I was probably about 7 years old. And I remember waking up that morning, and I think it was a weekend. It had to be like a Saturday or Sunday. And my dad was sitting in the living room, and he was watching Princess Diana's funeral. Or like the BBC was on, because St. Lucia is a Commonwealth of the UK.
Wow, you felt some kind of way about saying that, didn't you?
because so we get BBC. We have like a lot of British programming in St. Lucia, and I remember it was on the TV, and I remember over and over seeing the video of her car going in, or the tunnel, and like all that scenery, all that stuff. That was my first memory that they were even a thing. I had no idea what that even was a thing until then.
I remember Princess Diana passing away and having a baby. I remember when I was younger in the 90s, there were two things that seemed to just span across the entire 90s. And it was the O.J. Simpson trial and Princess Diana dying. Those were just these two massive, in America anyway, these two massive things.
Rodney King
was pretty early in the 90s though, I think. But I remember O.J. Simpson trials seemed to go on for years. Like it felt like it was going on for years. I remember being a kid being like, I feel like I've been experiencing this for a long time. And then I remember the effects of Prince. I remember going to watch TGIF. Do you know what TGIF is? Back in the day,
of course, it's on ABC. That's when Sabrina used to play at 8 p.m. I was obsessed with Sabrina. Bob, when I was a young kid, I was obsessed with white women. I love Sabrina. I love Britney Spears. I love Christina Aguilera. I loved white women.
When I was we're just a slightly off in age. When I was younger on TGIF, it was Full House, Family Matters. I believe Rock might have been on a different channel, but those are the big ones. Rock. Wow. Well, he wasn't a white woman, so you wouldn't have known him. Rock was a black sitcom. It was kind of like the broke man's version of Family Matters, and he was a garbage man.
I need to look this up.
ROC.
Rock. No, it's pronounced AOC, bitch, and don't you forget.
Anyway, so I remember tuning in to watch my favorite show, which was Family Matters. I was obsessed with Family Matters. Like, if I did not get to see Family Matters, it was going to be some shit going. I needed my Steve Urkel fix. And I think she passed away on a Friday because I remember sitting down to watch Family Matters and we couldn't see it because we were covering Princess Diana. Can you Google it, Jacob? I think that Princess Diana died on a Friday because I remember sitting down to watch TGIF. We'll see you next week and not being able to watch it because of that. But I don't know a whole lot about the royals outside of what the little bit I know about Princess Diana. So we're talking about the Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle incident.
Girl. The bombshell interview.
And also, Jacob, Google because I think she may have died after the accident. I don't know if she died of the accident. So like when the accident was. Sunday. Well, for some reason.
Yeah, I remember the Saturday.
I guess it must have lasted all the way over into fucking Friday because they still weren't airing it. Anyway, but I'm intrigued by. Oh wait, was it a Saturday for them and a Friday for us? Because Saturday morning for them is Friday night for us. Anyway, that's beside the point. So how much do you know about the Royals? Are you really into the Royals? Are you a Royalist?
I mean, I'm not a royalist. I do find them very intriguing. I find the whole thing very crazy. And before getting the privilege to travel so much as we get to do and spending so much time in the UK, I thought that they had some type of political bearing, but they don't. They literally are just figureheads. That's the royals. I mean, when legislation goes through Parliament, the Queen just for posterity, she just signs it saying like, what
did she say?
But she doesn't have. But she does.
Nice.
But she doesn't like. But if she didn't do that, the things would still happen. It's just like a formality at this point. But so I thought that they had they voted and could agree and stuff on
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna get dragged for saying this, but the royal family, they're very much like a celebrity family here in America. They're like the Smiths, like Will Smith and his family, the Kardashians. They're like the
Kardashians are more accurate.
No, the Smiths are a very famous family.
They're very famous, but I think the direct if you're looking at the royal family in America and the UK, I think the direct equal would be the most is because I don't even think the Kardashians even measure up. But the
Kardashians do affect policy. They talk to figurehead. They talk to world leaders. They go in and have conversation with the president of the United States of America.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So maybe whether we like it or not, maybe the Kardashians are our fucking royal family, girl. Maybe they are.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Imagine, Bob. Imagine if every there's so many, not every country, but a lot of countries in Europe have kings and queens. Imagine if every state had a king and a queen. Like there was the king of the king of New York, the king of the fucking queen of Los Angeles, the queen of Wyoming, the king.
Well, I think
every state had a king and queen.
The queen of the United States and like the Duchess of New York and the Duchess of Atlanta. Have you ever, have you ever met a royal before?
No, but I think I want to marry a royal. Do you think I can marry a royal?
None of the royals seem to have ever come out as queer, which just statistically doesn't make sense for a family to have literally no queers in it. Y'all niggas faggot. Y'all niggas faggot if you know it. But I met the Queen of Norway.
When?
On the Christmas tour. We were all like about, and then like a princess or some royal in Norway came to the show because her nieces or her daughters love Drag Race. So they were like, that's the fucking Queen of Norway or something. She was like, the Queen of Norway, Sonya. Yeah, I met this woman. Yeah, she came to our thing, and I was like, oh my god, I just met a queen, but she was dressed like a. Hold on one sec. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. So, what did you think about the interview?
Wait, we were talking about something that was really important.
The royals.
I forgot though. No, you were on like you were.
We're talking about. I mean, I think we're talking about the Kardashians at the time, like the Kardashians being what they are. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god, that is a horrible drag name. But imagine Diana Sunday.
I think it'd be Diana Sunday doesn't make sense.
Sunday's the last name. I've heard of people with Sunday last name.
No, Diana Cancer makes sense.
Oh, like Diana.
Yeah.
Diana
that
Sunday.
Makes more sense.
Oh my god, dude, take this out. This is too much. Take this out.
Wow, Monet's really afraid of her public image these days. You've really changed, Monet. We've lost our edge we used to have in our podcast. I don't know what's going on. Y'all know the last half was bleep because Monet wanted it bleep. That was not me being a little scared asshole.
But yeah, what'd you think of the interview? First of all, I want to say Oprah is such a great interviewer. She's just so good. I just feel like if I was talking to Oprah, I would just tell her all of my tea.
She's so trusted.
She just seems, and like the way that Oprah like reacts when she's like honestly gagged, like the Oprah like the what? It was a great interview. I thought it was great. I thought it was very revealing. I thought I learned things that I didn't know before.
I didn't know anything before, so all of it was news to me. I was intrigued when Oprah was like, we live near each other, which means apparently, I guess they live near Santa Barbara. She's like, we live near each other. They live right down the street, and we're in our back friend's yard because they have a nice backyard. You're telling me that Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex, nor Oprah Winfrey, y'all have some other friend. Y'all backyard was just full of trash, and this person's backyard was nice. Oprah, I have a feeling your backyard is nice.
Bitch, do you remember that video or picture of her from this summer with that big ass fucking cabbage she grew in her fucking big ass yard?
She was like, we just go there because my friend has a nice yard. They lent it to us for the day. Thanks, Ted. Thanks, Ted. Also, something Meghan Markle said that I just have a hard time wrapping my mind around. She was like, when she started dating Prince Harry, she never looked him up or anything.
I was like,
I never looked him up. I never Googled him. I never Googled anything about being a royal. And it was also interesting because she said she knew a royal before she met him.
I don't remember.
Because she was like, because I knew so-and-so before I even met Harry. I remember she said that at some point. I can't remember who it was. But she was like, I knew so-and-so before I even met Harry. And I was like, if you did not Google him or look up anything about what it means to be a royal or the time y'all were dating, asking some of the other people who married into the family, what's it like? That is naive. That would be a naive thing to do. Then I'd be like, somebody, what's the scoop? What's the deal, y'all?
Well, my thing is that what circles are you running in? Because Prince Harry ain't just up on Tinder. He not on Bumble. He not on Hinge. Like, what circles are you running in that you meet the prince? of the United Kingdom and you go on a date with him? Like, what circles are you running in? And this, she's not the first royal. Like, she's just having fun with all the royals.
I don't know. It's interesting because she's famous. She's an actor. She's an American, which maybe honestly I have no clue. Like her mom is a makeup artist. Like I don't even know how you end up getting mixed up with royals. I think her being a famous actor has something to do with it. Maybe. I have no
Probably.
clue. But I was really intrigued by like being like, you never even looked. I mean, sure, go off, I guess, but that just sounds incredible.
Well, and then I mean, her talking about her like the first time she met the Queen and stuff like that, like so that was just so interesting to me because like I get what she was saying. She was saying like yes, I saw on TV that they had all these formalities that they were curtsy and yada yada yada. But I thought that when they're just like kicking it like you and me on Sibling Rivalry, just like, hey, what up, nigga? What's good? You chilling? Like she was like, I don't know, like they were like really curtsying and doing all this. She was like, that is so crazy to me. I was like, yeah, I guess I don't know what I would think. I would think that too, honestly. I would be like, when the cameras are off, when no one is like, they're just normal, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd think that, but apparently not. I mean, that makes sense to me. Honestly, I assume that if I met the Queen at any point, I would have to bow or something. Do you know how to curtsy, by the way?
Yeah, you put your well, it depends. If you are married, if you're unwed, you put your right you put your right
and then
foot
you take
behind.
your right foot
If
in,
you
and
are
you put
wed,
it back out
you
and
put
you
your
shake it
left.
all about. At what point do you do the hokey pokey?
When do you meet the king? And then if you are wed, you put your left foot behind you, and then you curtsy with a good
Oh, I did not know. I mean, I know the basics of.
I'm kidding. I made that all up. Y'all gonna drag me. I made that all up.
On brand. I know how to curtsy. I've definitely curtsied several times, but I mean, that is scary to be asked. Do you know? You're gonna be my grandmother. Do you know how to curtsy?
I'm like, nigga, what?
Can you I mean, but also in their defense, like that's how you meet the Queen. Like that's.
How do you bow? When I bow in drag, I curtsy. Like when we're on the West End, and when I do like a formal show like Work the World, I curtsy because I think it's so weird when queens. Kim Chi is like a Mack truck when she bows. Kim is just like. She's just bowing with reckless abandon. I feel like I need to do it formally.
Well, lots of Broadway actors who identify as women bow. It's a pretty common thing for women to bow in stage performances.
I'm sure they do it much more graceful than Kim Chi be.
You know what? The bar is very low. If the litmus is Kim Chi's grace and light-footedness, I think that the bar is a little low. But I mean, that would scare me having someone be like, "Do you know how to curtsy?" I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's about to get real." I get nervous meeting people's parents when they're just people. So it's like Oprah said. Oprah was like, meeting someone's grandma is a big deal. So meeting someone's grandma who is the Queen of England is wild.
Yeah, and so all that stuff, like her, like the. Do you think that when when Harry gets Meghan mad, she'd be like, "Nigga, what the fuck you like? Do you feel Meghan calls Harry a nigga sometimes?"
I don't think Meghan Markle says nigga. Meghan Markle never even referred to herself.
She's black.
Meghan Markle is on the entire interview. She did not. I don't know if she identifies as black, but in the interview, she never called herself black. She said a person of color.
Oh my God.
And she calls her child Archie a person of color.
Oh my God, you're so right.
And it kept occurring to me like, she's not said she's black yet. I'm not saying she's not black, and I'm not saying she doesn't. I'm saying in the Oprah interview, she never said she was black. And Oprah kept being mixed race. When Oprah talks to Obama, she says, "You black." When she talks to Meghan Markle, she says mixed race.
Well, I think Oprah's taking her cue off from Meghan. It's like, well, you haven't said you're black, so I'm gonna go by what you're saying. Which, and it's also really interesting because I hate to throw it back to Survivor. I don't mean to that, but there's Survivor. There are these two black women, and like they were talking about how like being on the show as and they kept on like saying like literally just these two black girls talking, and everyone watching Survivor knows the racial tension on the show, and they're sitting each other talking here, and they're like, because when we're women of color. I'm like, no, bitch, you are two black women. Just say, and it was driving me crazy. I was like, just say as two black women on the show. Like, why is it weird to say, like, why?
Probably a chance that
Meghan
Meghan Markle might feel some way about saying she's black and people are claiming she's not black enough because she has fair skin or because she's married into the royal family. So maybe it's a little bit of, there seems to be a lot of wanting to protect her own sense of self, which makes sense. She's been attacked a lot. Speaking of attack, this Kate Middleton, this whole, I didn't know who Kate Middleton was. I thought it was Kate, what's the other one?
Like before this interview?
I thought it was some other, I had...
Upton?
I was thinking
Upton?
Kate, I was like, the actor Kate Upton? I was like, Meghan the Markle has beef with Kate Upton? And they were like, no, girl, Kate Middleton is married to Prince William's
wife. Yeah. And then so that was one of the big things too, is like you saw how the tab, like they would put side by side things of like Meghan, like of Kate Middleton rubbing her stomach, and it was like, oh yes, the mothers to be tend to rub their stomachs to comfort themselves. The next one picture of Meghan doing the same thing.
Gorilla
like, this fucking
monkey
black
bitch. Look at this gorilla bitch rubbing her belly like she's from Tarzan.
Literally. Yeah. The double standards. It was crazy how the tabloids.
I called it Avocado Gate. There was like Meghan Markle was eating avocado, and they were like, Meghan Markle is into deforestation. She hates the environment. She ate a fucking avocado at lunch. So clearly, she's a monster.
Yeah, and then the whole thing about allegedly Meghan making Kate cry. Come to find out, allegedly as per Meghan, it was the other way around, and like everyone about them knew it, and Kate ended up apologizing to Meghan for making her cry. And I saw some comments online, but like, well, why was she crying anyway? I don't believe her. It was just like a fake, like it was just a wedding. Like, bitch, when you were going, bitch, normal, everyday brides getting married in their small towns or whatever get emotional and like hypersensitive about the color of a fucking shoe. If you're marrying the Prince of the United Kingdom, and on this major world stage, I'm sure she's
a prince. Oh, she was a prince of the United Kingdom. There's like 17 princes. There's like four in the family.
A prince.
The Queen's husband is a prince.
Like, I'm sure emotions are high. Right. I'm sure the emotions are heightened, and that's why that caused that. So, like, that's not the same thing. Also, do you see that link I sent you of these guys on YouTube? They paid a bunch of reporters in the UK, not paid them. They were like, hey, we're reaching out. They made up some fake publication like Sibling Rivalry News, and we want to conduct an interview about the Oprah Meghan Markle interview, but the interview hadn't aired yet, and all these people agreed, and they were talking so much shit about it, and they no one had even seen the interview yet. They were saying how she was lying, how Meghan made up this story, and it would just go to show you how they're just so concerned. A lot of the British press are just concerned with disparaging Meghan for something that they literally have not even seen yet.
It seems like Meghan, the royal family, has some vendetta against Meghan Markle for whatever reason. And it's they got a fucking stick up their ass about this woman as if she's, I don't know, done something to them, or I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just found out, this is my first venture into the royals as a group of people, besides like the very little bit of limited knowledge I have as an American about this, British institution. But also Meghan Markle was like, one of my favorite parts of the interview was when Oprah said, let me read you this since you don't read things. I don't know why that took me so hard, because Meghan was like, I don't read this, I've never done this. And at one point, Oprah said, well, let me read you this headline since you don't read things. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but that really, really tickled me pink.
Well, a bunch of it too, like stuff like that. I was like, Oprah, people... You can imagine the amount of shit on Reddit, on Twitter, and tabloids about, especially in the 90s, about Oprah losing weight, gaining weight, and stuff like that. I'm sure Oprah does not read all the shit people saying about her too. So when she said that, I was like, Oprah, bitch, you know
remember when she said it? That was so wild. Since you don't read things,
I remember, and it was she did the Oprah hand. She had her leg crossed, and she goes, since you don't read things, and then she did the thing. I remember it.
Oh.
I remember vividly.
Concerned. Prince Philip, who is the Queen of England's husband, I was Googling all this. He is 99 years old.
That shit's crazy.
99 years old. I believe the Queen of England is 94 years old. Her mother died at 102 years old. Prince, what's his name, is never going to be a prince. Could be the king. He'll die before she dies.
Harry? Yeah. Harry?
Her son, the Queen of England's son, William. Prince William is not going to be king for at least...
Oh, no. William is Harry's brother. You mean their father, Prince Charles?
Prince Charles, yeah. Prince Charles will not be king for at least another 7 years. And the Queen of England, by the way, looks great. Like, she's walking through her little... She was out walking Trump on their little walk. She's just like scooting around, wearing her little bright suits and shit. Now, her husband is on death's door.
Yeah. Bitch, have you seen Queen Elizabeth's TikTok?
On heaven's door. Do what?
Queen Elizabeth's TikTok is lit, bitch. She just did the fucking Corvette challenge. It's so good. She's great.
My word, Corvette. I say.
One of the biggest bombshells everyone's talking about is how they were concerned, how the royal family was concerned. Well, someone, they wouldn't say who. Well, Meghan wouldn't say who, but someone was concerned, spoke to Harry about the baby's skin color.
I want to get one more part. Because I'm not done with the Kate Middleton part yet, because they kept going on about Kate Middleton. I wish at one point Oprah would have just flat out said, do you like Kate Middleton? I wish Oprah would have been like, do you like Kate Middleton, yes or no? Because Oprah was trying to get her to be like, is there bad blood between you and Kate Middleton? And if I were Meghan Markle, there would be some bad blood. I'd be pissed the fuck off. If you lied about this, if you could have just said, oh, no, Meghan never made me cry. Meghan V. Markle never made me cry. And it could clear up everything. Bitch, why would you not do that?
Yeah, that was a big thing. She was like, the problem is that the royal family, and then the institution. She kept on making a distinction between the family and the institution. So the family are the people like we know: Elizabeth, Charles, Harry, William, Kate, blah blah blah. But as we know, Bob and I have assistants. We have people that help us, and that we're small businesses. Imagine what this huge monster is. They have all of these people who are probably in charge of running everything. I think a lot of the blame Meghan was pointing was that those people who run stuff, they were just not interested in telling the truth in order to save her from the tabloids. And that was the biggest problem she had.
Meghan was like, the Queen of England's lovely and I love her a lot. I like her.
Yeah.
Because we found out at the end of the interview that Prince, what's her husband's name again? Prince
Harry and William.
The names are anyway. Yeah, he didn't. Her husband is like Harry, William, Charles, and Craig. Her husband didn't talk to spent a while not speaking to his father. Like apparently there was like a whole to do going on. You know what I mean? And I do love that whenever Oprah asks about the Queen, he's like, "Oh, my grandma, yeah. Oh, my grandma, yeah, Granny, yeah. I thought that was actually really charming that he kept being like, "Oh, well, yeah, I talked to my grandma."
What do you say to people? What do you say to people who are like Bethany? Did you see, bitch? Bethany Frankel is in hot water, honey. The internet is dragging old Frankel. Let me get it for you, because obviously Bethany Frankel is always one for a lot of comments. Oh wait, where is it? Bethany Frankel has said, "Cry me a river. The plight of being a game show host, fairly unknown actress, to suffering in a palace with tiaras and 7-figure weddings for 2 whole years, to being a household name with Oprah on speed dial, fetching $7 million for interviews, hundreds of millions in media deals." So basically saying, bitch, no one's feeling sad for you. All that.
Meghan Markle was a game show host?
I guess, apparently.
Well, at the top of the interview, Oprah stated, in no unclear terms, I paid you dust to be here today. You're not getting paid from me.
Goose eggs.
Goose eggs, bitch. Snake eyes, bitch. 00 nothing. You getting paid a big fat... She had to get her own car there, okay? And apparently her own security, which was a big part of the whole shit, too.
I'm about to say they kept talking about this fucking security, which I get it. I'm sure people want to kill them, but I was like, Jesus, we get it. You got to get.
What say about killing?
Prince Harry.
Necessarily.
Yes, Prince Harry has death threats against him.
Oh, Yeah, but I think it's also about security in terms of like being around people and like having people storm them for pictures, which could lead to dangerous things. I don't think they're all like assassination
that
attempts.
and killing them. Yes, they are. You don't know that.
I don't know that.
You're not a royal bitch.
But you're saying it as if you know for a fact that it's true. I think that even if it's...
Yes, they said we get death threats.
Yeah, even if they're not assassination attempts, it's still dangerous to have strangers at your house wanting pictures, wanting to experience you, wanting to touch you, wanting to, scaring your children and stuff like that. I was really intrigued by this this thing about the baby, because they were like, your baby won't have a title. Well, that's so petty.
It's so petty. It's so petty. It's so petty. And being so concerned with the baby's skin color. And I think it's just, I mean, people can deduce whatever they want to about this, but as someone watching it, as an outsider watching in, with the being concerned about the baby's skin color, not giving the baby a title, yada yada yada, it seems like it all stems from race. This family has been white for literally hundreds of years, and it seems like
they ran her black ass out of there.
Yeah, they were like, no, like it's so it seems like. It just seems like a racial thing. And we're gonna take a short break, but I have a meme to show you as soon as we come back. That shit, it cracks me up.
All right, show me this meme.
So, it's notorious that this family has a very long history of pillaging and destroying nations, people, owning things. And it's this meme.
I've seen that.
First. It is the queen. It's her going on, like showing all the gold in the royal family. And it says, so where did you get all this gold, Queen Elizabeth? And she said, my family stole it from Africa.
Yeah, I've seen that a while back.
So it's just, we'll throw it on the screen. And this time we really will, because we have a history of not putting, y'all be like, where the thing y'all said? We'll put it on screen, definitely. But yeah, so yeah, I think it's to me, it seems like it's clearly a racial thing. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're not going to give the baby a title. Like, this is a baby? A baby. And also, I'm glad that Meghan did not back down, because I think the title is as important as the security. First of all, not giving a baby a title is petty. Not giving a baby a security is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just dangerous.
Yeah.
And it feels like I'm glad she didn't back down, because I think it is detrimental to not give the baby a title. If all the white babies have titles and this one baby of color is for some reason the one baby they just could not muster the energy to give a title to, mama, that's sus.
Yeah, and you know what? And look at all this fever they give Meghan Markle, who is multiracial, and she's light skinned. Imagine what if there was a realm that Prince Harry hooked up with Lupita Nyong'o. Bitch, the Queen's wig, Charles would have died. He would have killed over and died. It would have been too much melanin
and she's
for him.
Mexican too? Oh, that'd have been really turned up. Then they'd be like, not this Mexican African bitch you done brought up in our house.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but you know what? Honestly, but also not. They took away Harry's shit too.
Yeah.
They were like, no, Harry, no, you don't get anything anymore.
They were like, not your nigga loving ass. Get the hell out of here with this shit. And I guess right now we need to have Meghan and Harry on this podcast, because we are the queens of say their names, and they would not say. I was at home like, say their names. Who asked you how black the baby was going to be? Who asked you how black the baby was going to be?
Who do you think it was?
I don't know anyone in the royal family. All I know is Kate Middleton, Harry, Charles, and William.
No, it's Kate Upton.
There's not Kate Upton on there now. I have it written down right here.
Wait, Jacob, zoom out so we can't read the whole thing. Okay.
It says Oprah says
this is from ET
from Entertainment Weekly. It says or ET Online. It says Oprah says Prince Harry told her neither Queen Elizabeth nor Prince Philip were involved in racist comments. So according to ET Online, it wasn't the Queen of England and it was not Prince Philip, meaning her husband.
I know who I think it was. And I have not watched The Crown in its entirety, but I have heard that what the Crown is speculating is that, excuse me, Princess Diana and Charles were together, and Princess Diana had an affair with this Middle Eastern guy or Muslim gentleman, someone who was a person of color, and allegedly they organized or orchestrated Diana's death because they could not believe that she was having an affair with this person of color. And I feel like it was Charles. Now I don't know Charles, and obviously, and it's when I did Death Drop, I came to found this out that they were notoriously known to be an unhappy couple. Charles and Diana, they were not
got
happy.
Divorced.
But they obviously. Yeah, and they gave the perception of happiness. So I feel like Charles was like, not another in my bloodline, in my family, will there be this person of color nonsense. And he was like, no. Like, how black is this baby gonna be? I feel like it was him.
Who is Camilla? Camilla is like an enemy to for some reason people in the UK do not like Camilla. She's the Duchess of Cornwall.
Camilla. I thought Camilla was Charles's new wife.
I don't know. Her mother is Rosalind Cubbett. I'm not sure who she is, but I know that for some reason the people in the UK.
Yeah. She received her title upon her marriage to Charles, Prince of Wales.
She's so maybe people in the UK don't like her because she replaced their beloved Princess Diana. Yeah, folks people do not like Camilla. Honey, people be mad at Camilla.
I think Harry's cute. Definitely out of like Harry and William, Harry's definitely the cuter brother. William be looking crazy.
I think they're both cute. I think William should probably lean. We were talking about it earlier. Should go ahead and shave his head. I don't know what is the purpose of keeping the horseshoe. Like, what are you keeping? What are you holding on to? Get rid of it. Like, bald brother to bald brother. When it starts to go, become one with the wind and sky. Okay, let it go.
Okay, but here's my thing, bitch. We know people, especially white folk, who get that hair replacement procedure. Y'all motherfuckers are cajillionaires. Go over to Turkey and just go get the surgery, and bitch, your shit will be full.
Bitch, the president of the United States of America had the hair replacement. Go look at images of Joe Biden in like the 80s. This nigga was bald.
Really?
Yes, Jacob, find an open Joe Biden bald. He was bald balls, Monet. Like George Costanza from fucking Seinfeld bald.
Yeah, they can do it. I don't understand why because Harry's on his way there, which, Harry's 36. I didn't realize Harry was so much older than us. I thought that we were all the same age.
Yeah, girl. He
Oh, yeah, Joe Biden was bald.
Yeah, girl. Bald girl. And now he got a thick head of hair all of a sudden. I'm like, all right, Biden, I don't know if that's a piece or if you guys are plugs, but you did something to get.
When I come to LA, you and I are organizing a trip to Mickey the Barber. We're getting you getting your little T'Challa, and I'm gonna get my little something.
Mickey's in Texas.
Is there one? They have to be one in LA.
I'm going to Mickey the Barber.
You
can go try some new shit on some random people. I'm going to Mickey the Barber. Also, whenever she says the institution, that sounds scary. Like whenever she refers to like that stuff as like the institution, it sounds creepy. Yeah, especially when she was like, when Oprah was like, the institution, is that a person or is it people? She goes, it's a person. Well, I talked to one person at the institution, and I was like, who the fuck is the institution?
And she was like, bitch, I have not. She was like, and when she was talking about it, it really I really got it. She was like, I've never, she's like, I don't, since my walking into the royal, into the royal family, I have never called an Uber. I have never had to, I don't have phone. Like, she's like, I never had keys to anything. Like, that just seems, that's such like a, like literally, like just think of like the basic things that you may have in your life, and when you do that, you just don't have access. But you are never calling an Uber ever again. You never have to open. You never have to worry about forgetting your keys when you leave the house. It's just like such a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah, I don't even know if royals are even allowed to drive. I mean, former presidents aren't even allowed to drive in the United States of America. If you still want your security detail, you can't drive on public roads.
Wait, they're not allowed to drive, or they don't?
If you would like to keep your military detail and your Secret Service, you can't have to abide by the rule. You can't drive. You can never drive. Obama will never drive on a public road ever again.
That's crazy.
And George Bush drives on his private property. That's how he gets his little driving out. on his.
Okay, so what if I just run to the driveway and skirt skirt, and what they gonna do?
I think that the presidents don't act like that, Monet. I think they're all abiding by the rules. They want the security detail. You know what I mean? And they want to be in good standing with the U.S. government because they are, diplomats after all. I am glad that Meghan Markle is talking about suicide ideation as a woman of color. Yeah. You really don't. I feel like you don't hear a lot about that from Black women talking about, or I don't know if she identifies as Black, but from women of color, talking about their struggles with mental health, especially suicide. It's not something you hear in communities of color very often, in my experience.
I really want her to say that she's a Black woman. I'm not gonna. I'll be lying if I say it didn't bother me.
Maybe she doesn't identify as a Black woman.
Huh.
I mean, what's it to you? You know.
I mean, I think this woman going through this situation and saying out loud, "I am a Black woman," I think it would be. It's very.
I think it's important, but if she does not feel like she's a Black woman, I'm not going to tell this woman.
Yeah.
Tell everybody you Black. I mean, I before this interview, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, she's Black." Maybe somewhere else she's like, "I'm Black," but she was definitely that word was not.
No, bitch. When you sit down with Queen Oprah, you make sure you say the thing. If she didn't say it on the interview, you're right. She probably does not identify as a Black woman. So yeah, if you said it as Oprah, you would have said, "I am a Black woman," talking to a Black woman. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting, but I'm still glad that she had this discussion because there are lots of Black women. There are probably still lots of Black women who identify with her. You know what I mean? And am I boring you?
Yeah.
Wow, nice. But I think that she probably helped a lot of Black women who identify with her. You know what I mean? Also, the more I listen to this, I'm like, it sounds like Meghan Markle has left the mafia.
It kind of is.
They're gonna jump this bitch out of the family, like blood in and blood out. Like this is wild. I mean, Tyler Perry had to put them up in a safe house.
Not there with that Tyler Perry house. Imagine Tyler Perry's. Oh yeah, just at my place in Vancouver or wherever they were.
I mean, Tyler, if the place is empty, my dude, what's good? What's good?
And it was like so cute to see her like feeding like her chickens and her dog and stuff like that. When I see like people like royals and stuff, like seeing Prince Harry like with that bucket of feeding the chickens, I'm just like, it just was so funny for me. I'm like, look at that.
Oprah does not seem to like when Prince Harry considers himself trapped. Oprah will not let it go. She's like, "You're trapped. You're trapped. You." And he's like, "Yeah, I was trapped. So was my brother, the prince, raised as a prince in a palace." Trapped. He's like, "Oprah, I said trapped."
It was just so crazy because I'm like, Oprah has to know what these feelings are. You know what I mean? Oprah has been a celebrity, one of the richest fucking celebrities since like the 80s. Like Oprah has to know what it feels like to put 90s. On a public face to maybe since the 80s.
No, Oprah was not that rich in the 80s, girl.
I'm saying she's been a public figure. She's been famous.
You
since
said
the
she's
80s.
One of the richest celebrities since the 80s. I'm just trying to make sure we're all on the same page here.
Oh my God. Anyway, Oprah has to know what it feels like to have to maybe having a fight with Stedman. Fucking Gail pissed her off like you piss me off sometimes. Like Oprah has to know what it feels like to have to put on a public face and like go out and face the world. So when she was acting so like, I don't know what that means. So it's like, you really had to do that? Yeah, bitch, you've had to do it too.
But maybe Oprah is considering because Oprah had something to compare it to and he had nothing to compare it to. It's all he's ever known. He was born royal.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know? And that's
Bob, what would you do with this? Okay, let's pretend like there's some reality where you meet a royal of the British government and of the British Royal Society, and you marry into the royal family. On your first meeting of the Queen, how does that go?
I'd be like, "Hello, Queen Elizabeth." I'd bow. I say, "Hello, Queen Elizabeth. Nice to meet you." These are.
What would you wear?
Probably.
Because we don't do this non-binary thing. We don't do that.
You don't know what they do over there. You're assuming.
I'm just saying we're role playing. I would
probably wear. Well, first of all, who are you in the royal family that you talk like this? Why are you waving your finger at me? Who the fuck are you? First of all,
yeah, you have to call her Your Majesty.
It's
bitch.
Her Majesty the Queen,
not Your Highness.
if we talk about her, she's Her Majesty the Queen, and if you talk to her, it's Your Majesty. I would say, "Hello, Your Majesty. How are you?" I would probably be wearing one of my little dresses with some pants, a hat. I would.
That would not fly,
I would say it's a
Bob.
pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. This is my partner, your nephew. These are my other 2 partners, Jacob and Ezra. We're all just hanging out at the palace.
Girl, they would fucking. They were like, send this nigga the fuck back to LA. They're like, we're not doing
now
this.
in the family, we have Mexicans, Jews, Black people. It's popping off. I'm ready for some change, Queen. Queen. Listen, I just watched Coming to America, so I basically know how to act around royal people now.
Leslie Jones was so funny in it. She was so
you watched
funny.
it?
Yeah, I watched it last night. It was great. I really enjoyed it. The reviews were so bad about it. Like, a lot of reviews are bad, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
The reviews say that it's wrong, say that it's bad. I'm like, I can't trust y'all because I thoroughly enjoyed Coming to America.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Well, Mo, do you think we should establish a royal family here in these United States?
No, I think that just leads to. We don't need that. We don't need it. The United States is so fucked up already. We can't even pass $15 minimum wage and $2,000 stimulator checks. We don't need no fucking royal family.
Do you think that the royal family is fucking up the UK?
I mean, I don't know what it's like to live under their rules.
There is no rule. They don't have a rule. There's no rule. They don't do anything. They are a tourist attraction.
I don't know how it is to live under their influence. How about that? So I don't know what it's like. But I do know when I talk to Brits, either literally no one is ever in the middle. Anytime I talk to a British person, they're like, I fucking hate them, or they have reverence for them, like Kardashian. Like, oh my god, I love the royal family. They're so cute. Blah blah blah. So I never meet anyone in the middle.
We should have called the Vivian over to be our guest today. It's too late now.
Oh my god, we should have, bitch. We had to have subtitles. I don't know how to get subtitles in real time.
Gal.
So that wouldn't work.
Gal. Right, gal. Scouts here, proper scouts. All right. It's been lovely chatting with you all. Thank you. Listen, thank you.
Oh my god, did you see the listeners dragging your little Australian accent? It was great. I loved it.
What are you talking about? It'd be literally you and one person. You'd be swearing up and down everyone.
That is not
just
true.
Just like when you told everyone that everyone was saying Bob knows nothing about my culture. I spent over an hour scanning that episode. There was literally not even one comment. It was just you interjecting your narrative onto our listeners. So, Monet, I will say again, if you can go back to the one about Black culture and find one episode, one comment.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about your British accent. That's what we're talking about.
I just want to know how do I know what's true, what's not true? Because you said everyone said I don't know anything about it. All the fans were going. They couldn't stop talking about Bip Bop Bork.
Do you know what episode that was, Jacob and Bob did the Australian accent, and all the fans were like, not the Australian accent, Bob.
All the fans.
Yes, literally every Australian were like,
Literally every Australian. You better hyperbolize and make shit up.
I ain't hyperbolizing shit.
Well, if you know what the definition of the word all means, you know you are hyperbolizing, but go off, sis.
Bob, go off on my fucking dick. Go off on that.
Well, apparently I know you're not gonna do it yourself.
Oh yeah, it was the one about wokeness. Love you, Bob, but the accent was trash. Let's read another comment. Well, a lot of them, we talked about a lot of heavy shit. So
definitely they were going off.
Someone. Virginia Walsh, definitely an Australian accent. Nailed it. Okay.
Oh, so wait, whoa, Money, what was that? Because you said you were so loud and proud, like you was about to drag me. What was that?
Lindsay Gueye. Bob, your accent sounded like you were from Minnesota, though.
Okay, so we're 2 for 3. You said everyone, so we can already say that. First of all, not all the Australians are saying that because we all have people.
Okay, Bob. I got
you. Now, when people said definitely Australian accent, how many likes did that one have?
Wait, I don't know. I passed already. Someone said.
Wow! It just because you were saying there were so many, and now it just seems kind of like you're struggling to find them.
That's not true.
Okay, well, I'll wait. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't know if we have enough time.
Like, for example, this one says the accent was not good. That one only has 5 likes. I would like to see how many the one that says my accent was good has. That would be an interesting moment for me.
I want Patreon and not on YouTube. I want Patreon.
Interesting. All I'm saying, the one on YouTube has 29,000 views, so it's a wide, a lot to choose from. Well, listen, I'll let you. I'm not gonna make you all say why Monet literally cannot even find enough comments because she swore everyone going out. She found 2. I would have put out Monet just literally found 2. Well, how many did you find then?
I'm about to do it, Jake. I'm about to do what Jacob suggested.
Okay, go ahead. Because you were talking about they were just so you couldn't even see the trees for the forest.
You are so extra. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna prepare this for next episode, and I'll have it for y'all then.
Just like your last one that you swear you're gonna prepare, you don't have shit. So thank you all so much. I will see you next time on another episode of Sibling Rivalry.
What are we talking about? Yo, you're ridiculous. You're the worst.